Hi, I'm Rebecca. Welcome or welcome back to my simple country life. I wanted to do a mid-August garden tour. We've had several weeks of heat in the upper 90s, low hundreds, no rain, and I really wanted to document what's doing good, what's thriving, what's barely surviving, and just to have a mental note for myself of what I probably might want to plant again next year. I live in Southwest Missouri, USDA Zone 6. So let's get you turned around and get this video started. Okay, we're out here by the garage, and these planters are doing fairly well, not as well as I had hoped. This one is doing the best, and it has the vincas and the, let me see what these purple things are. Okay, pronounce that however you will, but that's what these are, and definitely going to get some more of those next year. Get some more of those next summer and some more vinca, because even when this pot dries out and the water bottles are empty, these still stay looking pretty decent. Now over here, the gomphrena is finally, starting to grow a little and do a little, but it has been kind of wilty, and I had my doubts about it, but it is finally kind of coming into its own. The Speedwell, I believe this is Speedwell. Yep, Speedwell is not doing too great, but we'll see if it does any better. The Speedwell's probably going to get moved to the native garden bed because it is a perennial and everything else is an annual. This planter has done the worst. When it dries out and the water bottle is empty, the Bidens just totally wilt. The marigold totally wilts, and it's sad. So that's doing the first best, second best, dead last. Probably will not get Bidens again, and if I do marigolds again, I want just the yellow ones. I don't really like the orange or the bicolor ones. So anyway, that's the planters in front of the garage, and I do need to weed again. So let's move on. I want to go over to our overgrown fence row situation and show you the Rose of Sharon hibiscus that I want to move to the long fence border. This one is gorgeous, and it's small and it's perfect, and it's got the purple flowers with the dark center, and it's got a bumblebee and a moth flying around in it. So very nice, but it's also not going anywhere because it is growing up through and out of this concrete block, and it has struggled apparently to be here for many years. So I'm not going to move it. I'm just going to let it do its thing. So we'll leave that one alone. Ooh, it's got a big old spider's nest in it too. Y'all see that? That's not very nice. But this little white one over here that the bumblebee has moved to, it's just growing out of the ground. It's not up in the fence or anything. So this one can be moved to the garden. I'll have to check on the baseline of this purple one. I think it's growing through the fence, so that one will not be getting moved. Let's go, and hopefully this fall we can start working on clearing all this out. Now I have already checked on this one. This purple one is free and clear of the fence, so it can get moved to the long fence border. And I think that's it over here. There's one more white one that I think we can move. Yes, the other white one is kind of over here in this jumble, and I want to clear all these other weeds away. This is an area my husband had cleared when we were getting trees cut so that the tree cutting truck could pull down in here. But yeah, so there's I think two white ones and a purple one for sure that can be moved to the long fence border. So let's go over to the long fence border and talk about the flowers in it. And this whole area probably needs some water. I've been having to water, trying to water in the mornings and in the evenings, and even then I'm still losing some stuff. So we have a gladiola here that bloomed beautifully. I planted, I think, 5 gladiolas. One came up. It was gorgeous. The Muskingum dogwood is hanging in there. It needs to be watered real well. Once it cools off, that's getting moved to the native plant bed. Nandina is hanging in there. Calla lilies. That one laripe is not doing great. This hasn't bloomed yet, so I'm not sure what it is. That laripe's hanging in there. Red knockout rose is looking a little worse for wear. The baby gem boxwood are struggling. This one is struggling more than the other one. This, I'm waiting for it to bloom. I really think this is yarrow, and so that'll get moved to the native plant bed. The daylilies can probably be cut back. This coreopsis will get moved to the native plant bed. And I need to add dirt to this entire bed because I would really like the dirt line to come up close to the tops of these bricks, and you can see it's nowhere near that. So I've added some dirt down there. So this fall I'll be tidying this up, moving a few things out, moving a few things in, and building up the dirt level. The Hicks yew is doing pretty good. It's actually even put on a little bit of growth, which has been surprising. This, I believe this is Echinacea coneflower. That'll get moved to the native garden bed. Anything that I know is a native to North America will be moved to the native garden bed. And that's going to be the coneflowers and the coreopsis and the yarrow. So, and here we have another baby gem boxwood struggling. Leaves are curling. I really hope they make it because I really do like them. And let's see. More wildflowers. Some I'm not sure what they are. That's probably a weed and not a wildflower. But the pink double knockout rose, not doing great, but it's hanging in there. Of course, I lost both my golden rocket barberries. So that's all of the long fence border. Let's go to the, I guess I call it the half circle fence border. And here we are at the half circle fence border. I'm probably going to move those irises out of here and put them down along the fence where I'm putting the other irises, and give this bed more space, and maybe put a shrub in this corner. We have daisies in the middle, and then dianthus with a rose campion in the middle. So there's 2 mini daylilies in here, one hidden behind those iris and one hidden over here. I think those will probably stay, and I'll just move out the irises and maybe get a little shrub for over in this corner. So, and then moving over here, this bed, I want to do a lot of cutback in this bed, and that's why I wanted to go ahead and get this video made so I can do the cutback. Catmint, probably won't cut it back again, but I am going to cut back the marigolds. Artemisia is doing good. Again, cut back the marigolds. The blanket flowers are all going to seed. I did look them up. They are native to North America. So I'm going to go through here and I'm going to top all of this off and gather the seed heads and try to grow some blanket flowers for the native garden bed, St. Francis bed, from seed. And y'all, look at these bottles. It's a wine I found. It's called Cote de Roses, Cotederoses. And all their bottles, the bottoms of this look like this. And the tops of them have cool little glass stoppers that you can put in, well, as a stopper until you finish your bottle of wine. But I just thought those were beautiful. So I need to probably drink one more bottle of that to put in the middle, and then I'll have half a dozen roses in this bed. I just think that is just so neat looking. And I was very tickled. And it's good wine too. So, and that's important. Let's go look at the other flowers. Almost forgot the hens and chickens. Look how good they're doing. They're doing fantastic. They love the heat. There's very little dirt in here. They thriving. They thrive on neglect and very little dirt. My kind of plant. And they winter well and they come back every year. These are just fabulous. Up here on the deck, I have moved this wrought iron or metal baker's rack up here to use as a potting bench. I have 3 paint colors that I bought as a choice for what color to paint it. I put a little reel of those 3 colors on my Instagram page, which is also My Simple Country Life, if you want to go check it out and vote, or you can vote here. Also, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, you can leave those below. But now I will insert the reel of the 3 color choices for y'all. Here are our color choices for painting this metal baker's rack. We have brilliant blue, grape, and berry pink. So that's what it looks like with the house siding and what it looks like with the faux brick or faux stone. So y'all let me know which one you think. I know my friend had said lavender, and that would have been very soft and pretty against this mossy green or gray green, but I kind of want something that's going to pop and be a fun, unexpected burst of color. So that's why I picked these bright glossy paints. So y'all let me know what you think. Help me decide. Okay, you've seen the 3 color choices for the baker's rack. This had a little dieback. It got completely dried out and hydrophobic, where it wasn't absorbing water at all, so I had to set it in a pan of water and water it from the top and from the bottom. This sedum I will definitely be getting more of next year. And it's, again, one that I am not going to try to pronounce the name, but there's the name of it. And it's sedum, and it has done fantastic, except for when I actually let it completely dry out. These are ice flowers, ice plants. Sorry, not ice. I call them ice flowers last time. Ice plants. Love them. They're doing fantastic. I believe they come in other colors. The oregano, I keep cutting back, and it keeps coming back. And then that same sedum is doing good. I cut back the Dusty Miller, and it's coming back. I do need to refill that water bottle. So the porch plants are doing good. But this is going to be my little outdoor seed starting area. A little place where I can piddle. I got the table where I can do the dirt, and then I can do the plants. And then plus, when I buy plants and can't get them in the ground right away, I can put them in this pan and put water in the bottom to keep them hydrated. And I love, love, love the color of these coneflowers. They're going to be going in the native garden bed. But let me move along because this is getting kind of lengthy. Y'all look at our little froggy friends. Can you see all of them? There's 2 in the back and 1 in the front, and there's actually 1 up here in this bowl. That one just jumped off. So there was 4 frogs living in this fountain, which is funny to me. And I saw a tailless salamander or newt when I was out here early. It took me a minute to figure out what it was because it was missing its tail and just had a stump. But we'll come back to this side. This side has been having it rough. I cut back the Walker's Low Nepeta catmint that was growing. 1 was there, 1 was there. Daylilies, I've cut back the lemongrass, both of those in the back because they were suffocating the little quickfire hydrangea. This poor little thing, it dries out and then I give it water and it cheers back up and then it dries out. The Shasta daisies have been looking kind of worse for wear. All my little, I'll have to get over there to the name tag. I always stump on this name. The apricot drift roses are doing fantastic. The spent blooms don't look great, but the new blooms always look fantastic. I don't know if you can see that little frog. You see that little nose sticking up right there in the middle. Look at that little froggy nose. Little stinker. So, again, Shasta daisies aren't doing great. They're looking kind of pitiful. Surprisingly, the chrysanthemums are looking really well. The Miracle on the Hudson roses are holding up pretty well. The stackies are doing pretty well once I keep them ordered. Now, I found out these stackies are lamb's ears, but the smooth-leaved stackies are native to North America. So those two will get moved to the St. Francis bed, which has native plants. The fuzzy-leaved lamb's ears or stackies are from Asia, continent of Asia. So that's interesting to know. My dwarf burning bush, it has been struggling. It'll wither and then get watered and come back, and wither and get watered and come back. Okay, blue star juniper. The blue star juniper. The ones on this side are struggling more. The one on the other side was more grown and more established when I planted it. These, I don't know if they're going to make it. And I'm pretty sad about that because I do love me some blue star juniper, even though I struggle with remembering their name. Purple leaf sand cherry is doing pretty good. It looks a little gnarly. Something's been chewing on it, but it's hanging in there. That lemongrass is out of control. I need to cut it back. These are two different kinds of Nepeta down here. Let's see, if that's Walker's Low down there, then this is Cat's Pajamas there, and then this one's actually a Calamintha instead of a Nepeta. I think that's correct. Let's go look at the veggie garden. Okay, here's the cucumbers. I only have 2 cucumber plants, but they are giving me more cucumbers than I can eat, and I've been really enjoying them. I'd say the corn is not going to do anything, that it is done, and I could probably just cut it out, but it's not hurting anything, so I'll just leave it in there. Over here, rosemary's still going strong. Lavender gave up the ghost. Hold on just a second. I have a little bit of the sniffles this morning. So, this is the spaghetti squash. I got 1 spaghetti squash off it so far. There's one growing down there. There's another growing back in here. And a whole lot of blossoms, but I don't know if I'm going to get more than just those 2 off of here. Strawberries are still struggling. That's okay. They're going to get moved to a different pot. The red currant tomatoes. They're very good. They're very sweet. They're very cute. And they're somewhat prolific, but I will not grow this again next year because it's also very vining. And as they come ripe, you only get like maybe a handful ripe at a time. So that's just a snack. I mean, it's been fun to come out and pick them and eat them while I'm looking at everything else, but not really worth wasting a pot and all the room where they spread out. Now, my zucchini. I have one trying to grow there, one growing way down in the bottom, and then some blooms. So I don't know if it's going to do any more or not. I hope so. I think I've only got 1 zucchini off of it. These mini bell tomatoes have been good. I had 4 little plants in this pot. I do plan to grow these again next year, but probably 1 per pot. I have, I think, six 3-gallon pots, so I'll probably do 6 mini bell tomatoes. My blue flag iris are kind of dying back, but that's okay. I've got to get them planted over by the pond. Still got to get these planted over by the pond. The pond is doing well. Oh, there went 1 frog. Oh, there went the other frog. Did y'all see them? We have 2 frogs living in the pond now. They like to sit on, look at that one. Look at him. He don't like me being over here, do you, buddy? Do you? No. It's okay. I'm going to leave in just a minute. But it's working good. The little gnomes were my father's. And the last time we went to go visit my mother, we brought them home with us. And the fish had been off the hook or off the pole for many, many years, and she said that the deal was if I took them, I had to get that fish put back on the fishing pole, and she wanted pictures of it. So fish got put back on the fishing pole and she got pictures of it. I set this little chair off here from the deck to sit in, just come out here and sit here and be peaceful and watch the frogs. Got rocks everywhere that I still need to move, still need to fill with dirt, still need to do planting. It's just been hot and miserable. I'm just trying to keep stuff alive at this point. So you can see we got brown crispy, brown crispy, brown crispy, eastern dogwood, nope, eastern redbud, sweet spire bush. Oh, I'll have to put the name of this down below because I can't remember it right now. Purple coneflower back there. These are Missouri primrose. I did see one yellow bloom about a week or so ago. We have coreopsis, we have yucca coming up in the back, magenta crabapple. The yucca has been here for over 50 years. It was planted by the previous owners before my husband's family bought it, so I'm just going to let it be. It's earned its place. We've cut it out, we've dug it out, we've chopped it down. It keeps coming back. It's earned its spot in the garden. So there's St. Francis and the kitty cat and the puppy dog. And he's got purple yarrow, yellow yarrow, purple yarrow, and then whatever that other color yarrow from the long fence garden is also be joining this. Salvia here got really crispy. It was in the barrel planter. It got really crispy, but there was still some green. So I dug it out of there, cut off all the dead, and planted it, and it's really thriving now that it's in the ground. We have coreopsis. This is another eastern redbud. I need to get out here and trim off the lower leaves and branches so it looks more like a tree and less like a spreading bush. It's another coreopsis. I love coreopsis, in case y'all can't tell. It's one of my favorites. And then here we have purple poppy mallow. I think last video I called it rose mallow, but it's purple poppy mallow. We have aromatic aster. We have some milkweed in the back. I want to get some more milkweed. That is wild bergamot, which I thought it was just supposed to be a perennial, but it's looking more like a bush, so I may need to do some more research on that. If it is a bush, that's fine. We have 2 things of the wild stonecrop in here and one of 3-leaved sedum. One of the stonecrops obviously doing better than the other. This calamint up here is struggling. We have orange coneflower, purple coneflower, brown-eyed. There's a brown-eyed Susan back there somewhere. And I do believe that's a rudbeckia. As you see, I need to get in here and put some water here. Last time I think I called these allium. These are alum root or coral bells or heuchera. American beautyberry. The bee balm that we picked out of the lower pasture is still doing good. Bottle tree still doing good. Climbing prairie rose is doing fairly decent. I really kind of want to put some kind of like either bamboo fencing or mesh privacy screening situation back here, because I really feel like that would help just to have a backdrop on this side that would make the garden more visible and just more enjoyable. And then Missouri maidenbush, and then this is just wait and see lane that needs to be weeded, and all the irises need to be transplanted, the peonies need to be transplanted. So, but that is the garden tour. Mid-August garden tour. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for stopping by, and y'all come back.